recording.
Same.
Yep, recording.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not doing the
4.
counting, bro.
No?
No, fuck. No, it doesn't really add much. It's like
All right.
I sync up the counting, then I have to sync it up later, anyways. I think
all right.
I'm just gonna like whatever sounds natural, you know. Okay,
Alright,
yo,
fair enough.
Nips, do I be quiet? You want to do the intro?
Nah, it's fine. We can do whatever. But let me know.
Do the intro, bro. I'm ready.
Aye.
We're all recording.
All right. Ready? Steady. Your mom's spaghetti. All right. Did you know that in the past, whales' penises were so big that adventurers actually mistook them for like sea creatures? And that's why we get like stories such as Moby Dick and like sea creatures and like a lot of tentacle drawings.
Why did I come on this podcast?
In other news, welcome to episode 4 of the Midnight Kebab podcast. Here with me today, we have the host, the one, the only, lacking in eyebrows, Mattis Graverson. Say wagwan, bro.
Hey, I'm not here today, bro.
Yeah, shush, bro, shush. Nobody gives a fuck. And to his left, and not actually to the left, joining us from a completely different country, Italy to be exact, we have the one, the only, soon-to-be future lawyer, and then hopefully a judge one day, Patrick Levins. Yo,
Hello.
Patrick, say wagwan, bro.
Hello, my name is Patrick. Don't know what else to say. Sadid.
Hey, dude. So I got 3 questions right away, bro. Question number 1: do you have COVID? Because we tried to record yesterday, and as the fans might know, you were definitely not there. So like, was that because you had COVID? I heard you were at the hospital or something.
No. I went with my dad to get the vaccine, the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine, and couldn't make it because it took a bit longer than we thought it would take. So I was just accompanying him, and because he can't really speak Italian, I was translating and helping.
Right,
So you did in fact not get the vaccine.
Your dad got the vaccine. Is that because you're anti-vax?
No, I'm not anti. No, it's because Italy, its vaccination program is very, very slow right now. So they're only vaccinating people over the age of 60.
Right, but you are like the oldest person that I know personally.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
True.
That's why I was a bit confused.
bro, I'm 1
It's
year
like
old.
I heard, Patrick, I heard that you were there when they were writing the history books in the past. You're that old?
Oh yeah. I got a meme I want to send
Yeah.
you guys, by the way, that might be relatable. It's me. Sorry, it's one tile is Baby Yoda, me when I'm around regular adults, and then old Yoda, me when I'm around people younger than me.
Wait, sorry. Did you say email? You're going to email this to us.
No. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have AOL?
Nah, actually, I just deleted that the other day.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, question number 2: are you a lawyer?
No, I'm a law student.
All right. Question number 3: I got a few cases with me potentially involving drug traffic. Can
Could
you
you
help
help us out?
Might be some crypto laundering as well. in there
Okay.
as
Well, yeah, I don't know how much help I can be, but I could definitely recommend you somebody in the future.
All right.
Right,
So
all right.
you got the plug.
Yeah, I got the plug for the legal advice, bro.
And for
Hey, let's
anybody
go.
wondering about the illegal advice, we got the plug. Just hook us
Yeah.
up, bro.
Illegal advice. What type of legal advice you giving, bro?
Hey, bro, whatever you need, bro.
All right. So let's say I just
So
sold
as your
a bag.
lawyer, I don't recommend talking about this on a podcast that you intend to share
Oh.
with everybody.
That's why we need a lawyer. Patrick, can you be our lawyer for the Midnight Kebab podcast?
Yeah,
Try
why
not
not?
to catch a case, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, all right, yo. Okay, on a serious note, though, what we're gonna talk about this episode, you might be asking. I got the answer, bro. First of all, I want to bring a little bit of discussion around the vaccine for poor countries and the copyright and the patent protections around the vaccines, and like kind of the debate that's going on around that. Then Niloy, what are you gonna talk about?
I'm going to kind of continue the talk. Like, more specifically, we're going to talk about or touch base on Billie Eilish and the thing that's been happening around Billie Eilish in the past week or so.
Rest
and I'm
in
also
peace.
going to rest in peace.
I don't know, bro. What's
What?
I don't know what's been happening, bro. I just assumed.
Nah. No one's dead. Or no one that I know
Thank
of.
God.
Yeah, thank God, bro. But I am also going to touch base a little bit on the topic of pedophilia again from last week, which we couldn't really touch upon.
not suspiciously, but it is a midnight kebab favorite. It seems to have become.
It's
Is that a problem? Let's ask our new lawyer here. How many episodes in a row can you talk about pedophilia? Is there a law about that?
No, so long as you're not engaged in it, and also I'm not an expert, but you do you, just don't do anything that would harm anybody else.
All right, so okay, this is an actual question, right? From hopefully you know this, but if you don't, that's fine. Is it because I heard that like these influencers online who try to catch pedophiles, right?
Oh yeah.
They usually like don't really help the police investigation because then the person they're trying to catch can just claim entrapment, you know, and say that these were not real police investigators and they were like, you know, trying to mess with me and this is not real evidence because they're just like messing around. Is there a basis in that?
Well, from my understanding, entrapment largely relates to when law enforcement agencies do that. I'm not so sure about how it concerns individual vigilantes doing their own thing, trying to help the world. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the story is with that. I'll be honest. Like, look, just because I study law doesn't mean I know everything.
No, trust me, dude. You're a lawyer. You must know. Just whatever is in your gut feeling, it has to be truth, right?
Yeah, sure. You see, with law, when you're a lawyer, you circle around the truth and you have to frame it in a certain way.
Right. So,
dude, are you a lawyer? You just sounded like a lawyer right now. What?
Bruh, dude.
Hopefully this is the smartest guest we've had on the podcast. So
Hopefully. We pray, bro. We pray. We need one. We've been looking for one for so long.
Which is why later on we're going to talk about the simulation and like a few other things like that. So stick around if you guys want to find out which type of simulation we're living in, or if we're living in a simulation.
Yeah, I've gone down the rabbit hole of simulation theory, and yeah, we'll talk about it. So buckle in.
Would it be illegal for us to live in a simulation? I feel like that's illegal. I didn't consent to that, you know.
True. Who can I sue?
Can I make money off of this?
Yo, you know what's absurd? There's some people or like some kids that actually sue their parents for like giving birth to them because they did not consent. I was thinking about that. Yeah. Yo, we should probably ask like how you've been doing. This is what we usually start with, right? So how you been doing, Patrick? Everything all right? Apart from the COVID thing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm in Rome right now. Took a gap year off uni because, well, when I went back to the UK for my third year, I was living in isolation for 2 months, and I hated online learning, and it kind of messed with my head a little bit. So, yeah, taking a gap year this year and chilling, and yeah, that's about it, really, I guess. In Rome, best place to be, in my opinion. So I'm happy.
All right. So gap year, you're happy. You're taking care of your dads. Nila, on the other hand, at uni, but somehow doing less. And it looks like you're having a party. Why there's so many balloons around you, bro? What are you taking?
Ain't no party anywhere, bro. There's no party anywhere.
What are the balloons for, bro?
It was my birthday on the 24th, remember?
Oh, you still got balloons left over?
100, bro. 100.
All right. You're playing like hot potato or something.
Yeah, of course.
All right, fair. What's that big, what, you got oxygen tank there? Or are you donating to India?
No. I'm just working out.
Oh, you're working? Oh, you're working out. All right.
Yeah, man.
So that's what the air tank is for?
Of course.
All right, fair. How you been doing, Neil? I heard you got COVID. Is that true?
Nah, doing quite all right. I did get... No, what did I get? I didn't get anything. But... No, I'm doing all right. That's about it.
Did you get tested?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, results? Tomorrow. Hey, yo, check out our Instagram for the results.
Coming out soon.
Is the homie finna die? Dude, I hope you didn't get COVID. Cause then
No, I'm 100% sure that.
Is the homie finna die, boys?
Yeah, nah, but Instagram polled it.
Nah, but I'm somewhat like 100% sure that it's not COVID.
So then why'd you get tested?
Just in case, you know. You can never be sure these days.
Yeah, but then you're not 100, are you?
No, I am 100. But then again, You can never be 100.
All right, so talking about COVID.
Keep one thing in mind though, that it's now that we're transitioning to spring, this is usually the season where people, get a cold or have a bit of flu. Because yeah, like COVID around this time, like that was the big thing. Oh, COVID and flu season are happening at the same time. So it might not be COVID, might just be because we're coming into spring and you might be a bit sick naturally.
Mm-hmm.
True. Might be the whole working out combo
True.
with capsule,
How that helps boost your immune system.
Yeah, but I don't know how much working out you're doing with those air tanks. And I don't know how many birthday parties you're having with them balloons,
Nah, 0, bro.
Zero?
0.
But okay, so let me talk about this COVID thing, yeah? Let's get it out of the way. You guys know I bring the hottest news. And this is like some pretty good news that I think we should be considering, because it kind of goes to like the core of what we're trying to achieve in the world and here in Europe, what are we trying to work towards, What are we putting our money towards?
World peace.
Mattis, you're going to say communism.
Yeah, I think we should be putting more money towards communism. That's a good point. Nah. Honestly, not really. But there has been a big debate between the West, mainly the US, EU, and UK, and lesser developed countries, mainly South Africa and India. So, as y'all might know, we have vaccines going around for COVID, and these have been made largely through public funding and collaboration with private companies who now own the copyright and the patents on the formula.
Just patents, not copyrights.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, our lawyer. Thank you. The patents on the formula and the production rights, let's say. So even if you were to be able to figure out the formula yourself without the help of these companies, and you produce it, you would still you can still get sued, and you would probably lose in court, because Patrick would be there arguing for all the big pharma, for the vaccine companies, saying, "Hey, you're stealing their intellectual property, right?" So basically, what this means is we got countries who cannot afford to buy the vaccine. As I said, India and South Africa are among them. And they brought forth a waiver to the WTO about 6 months ago saying, what if we suspend the patents on the coronavirus vaccines so that everyone can create it on their own, and we can mass produce it, and we don't have to buy it at the price, the inflated price that these companies are selling it at. And of course, anyone who knows basic economics knows that more supply equals lower prices, right? It's just simple supply and demand. And that's kind of what we're going at. And it's really relevant because of India and how like they've had a huge corona surge now. I think like there's 2 people dying a minute or something, like something horrible like that. Even more, I heard like 12 people dying every 2 minutes, dude. I think that must have been a wrong figure, dude. That seems a little extreme.
Yeah,
I mean, it could
saw something that the cremation sites, they cremate a lot of people there, and I saw something that one of the facilities that they were using, the fires were burning for so long that the metal was starting to warp.
Oh, bro, it's a hell zone, man. It is. Yeah. And I mean, this kind of ties back to that episode that we had where we talked about Bolivian COVID, because I feel like people in Europe don't really understand what a disease is, because we deal with diseases with all this equipment and privilege. But when you take all that away, that's when you really see what a disease is like, right? Like in Bolivia, we had, I forgot the number about now, but I think it was like 140 people collected in one day from the streets. And now that's the same in India, except a lot worse, actually.
No, but like from the perspective of like people around India as well, because like I can also say from Bangladesh and like around the border, there's like a lot of people that are trying to escape India as well. And that's just hell for now.
I mean, I would too. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is, by the way, this is a big theme that I see in the fucking West. Like, we cause like shit like war. We're like the main fucking cause of this shit, I would say. Then we have like global warming. We're like also statistically the main cause. And then now like COVID, we're like, nah, we want to make a profit off the vaccine, so we're not gonna we're not gonna waive the patents. And then we start crying when we see all this immigration coming in. Yeah. It's like we create the problems they're running away from, and then when they come to our countries, we're like, nah, please don't.
I might be wrong here, but was there the case where a lot of Indians tried to escape from India and they like flew to Rome not Rome, Italy in specific?
No idea, bro.
No?
I heard that's how your dad got here.
Yeah. Not during
Allegedly.
COVID though.
No. Long
Yeah.
time ago.
Hey, first person to bring COVID?
Your dad?
What?
I hope not, dude.
Nah, I hope not too.
I hope not. Probably not. Okay, so I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, right? Because on one hand, you got rich people like Bill Gates, who became a millionaire through patents and intellectual property rights. Or not a millionaire, sorry, a billionaire. And a lot of the companies that are saying, look, waiving the patents is not gonna help because we need to produce it, otherwise the quality is gonna suffer. And not only is the quality gonna suffer, do we even know if these poor countries are able to produce it themselves at all? And they're saying it's not an effective way to combat COVID. What would be a lot more effective is to give direct money supply, basically. Just give them money, and then through that money they can buy our vaccines. Which I think is a little weird, how like the only solution in the eyes of the company selling the vaccines is to give countries money so that they can buy their vaccines, you know?
Bro, you know what's funny?
But like this is bordering on like a political debate and stuff. And being a law student, we're sort of taught the mentality to try to that the law is above politics and not to try to get into all that stuff. But I do see the argument you're making. I can go into more about the theories underpinning intellectual property and that stuff if you want. But the point that those companies are making about quality, it's not exactly the worst, because like you need a lot of infrastructure and good hygienic facilities and all that stuff to actually produce a good quality vaccine. And remember how many people are scared about this vaccine because it's being rushed. Are adequate safety standards going to be in place and all that stuff? And if you have a company in a less economically developed country that has the ability to produce the vaccine on a large scale, then you can make the argument that they should have the money to license the patents. So potentially you could have patents licensed at a lower rate.
True, but they're also not licensing the patents. It's like really, like they're purposefully restricting who gets to produce it with a patent license. They have like very limited collaborations, because then you can constrict the supply and the price is a little higher, I feel like.
But also, isn't the argument that a country like India can't produce it because the quality is going to be lower kind of false?
Right. But yeah, because I was going to say that. So you mentioned that thing, but it's funny because in the West, the main supplier of vaccines is India. Like the vaccines that we've been taking since we were kids are made in India. Yeah.
It's India like most medicine is made either from China or India, like all around the world.
India I know about China. I didn't know about India. Huh? That's
India is literally the biggest vaccine producer in the whole world, and I lost my figure here. They literally have the biggest vaccine producer as well, called Serum Institute of India, and on top of that, they are just the biggest vaccine producers in the world. And then India's like, yo, let us produce a vaccine. We don't have the technology to make a new to figure out the formula for a new vaccine, but we're the biggest vaccine producers. Of course, we can make vaccines. And I feel like I believe them, because otherwise, how come I've been taking the vaccine since I was a little kid, you know?
And like to say that the quality is gonna like drop just because it's made in India, it just sounds so stupid to me, bro.
Yeah, okay, then I retract my previous statements, because I didn't know India was the biggest vaccine producer. Good on them.
It's like we've been outsourcing our pharmaceutical production to these countries forever, and then when it comes to COVID and they're like dying at an exceptional rate of like 10 people a second, we're like, actually you guys aren't allowed to make vaccines. You know what I mean? It seems a little messed up.
Oh, for sure.
In my opinion. But I mean, because I agree that patent rights are important, right? And you as a lawyer, I'm sure you know how much or how big of a thing this is, right? Inside of the world of law, and there's a lot of lawsuits around this, you know. So, I understand people who have like a little bit of a, hold up. Even musicians in America were going against this, saying, hey, yo, hold up, we shouldn't fuck around with patent rights because that's really dangerous for other stuff, or just for the economy as a whole, because, as soon as you waive this one, it could be a slippery slope and so on. But the thing is...
I mean, it's intellectual property. It's somebody's creation, somebody's baby. And sure, okay, a patent for a vaccine is one thing, but a copyright for a very heartfelt, deeply personal song, yeah, it's
Yeah,
somebody's
okay.
creation.
But I've been thinking about this, right? So I came up with a few arguments, right? So, first of all, this is being proposed to the WTO, right? Which is the World Trade Organization, who helps with implementing patents and making sure that everyone's on the same page globally. And the reason it's being presented to the WTO is because they're obviously a body of power, but also because the WTO has waived patents before for AIDS treatments. So it's not the first time we do this. And there's a clause that all the countries agreed to when they joined the WTO that says that patents can be waived in times of humanitarian crisis. And if this is not humanitarian crisis, then I don't know what is. So
Yep.
that's my first argument. And second, it's like, just have a think about this, because the people who are profiting off of these patents are not the people who made the vaccine, you know? It's just the money behind it. The motherfucker who was in the lab putting the chemicals together, you know? Not the motherfucker, the homie, the hero, more like. Because that was, you know, I feel like he should get some appreciation, but, or her, you know, the teams that were actually building this vaccine, they're not going to get anything from the patent rights, because anything they produce is automatically intellectual property of the company and not of them, because they're working for the company, and that's the type of contracts they have. So it's like, before we rush this, I don't know if it can be compared to a musician making music, because it's the company that's profiting off of the intellectual property, and the workers, you know, they don't get paid extra
Yeah,
per
but
sale.
like this comes into one of those things about law where a company has its own individual legal personality, and any creation by the company is the collective work of its employees. So
Right.
it is like like for example, let's take Tesla. Tesla creates these amazing batteries and stuff. It's Tesla. If other companies copy their patents, that's not good.
True, I was going to bring up Tesla, because, like, let's not kid ourselves. In Tesla, I'm a bit more lenient because it's Elon Musk. You know, he does have the brains behind it. But the people who are funding Big Pharma and all these big companies, they're not the ones in the lab. And they also don't really have that much of a clue of how to make a vaccine, I feel like. They're just funding people, and then in return they get these profits. And it's also an unfair situation, because patents and intellectual property is a lot about, as I said before, supply and demand. And if somebody else is making your same product that you worked hard to research and produce, now you're going to be undercut by somebody else who didn't put in that money. And then, you know, there's going to be more supply, and there's less people demanding your specific product. But I feel like that's kind of a bullshit argument in this situation, because there is an infinite global demand, or as big of a demand as there could possibly be, for COVID vaccines, because everybody wants a COVID vaccine globally, you know?
Mm-hmm. But another thing that like is super disgusting, and it's a thing that like it's been known for like a couple of years now, is that when it comes to like pharmaceuticals in America, and like the owners of these companies, they're absolutely disgusting. They do not care about who you are or like how
Martin
much you need it.
Shkreli?
Martin Shkreli. Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It does not matter how much you need it. All they care about is the money, because like the copyright situation in America is actually absolutely ridiculous,
Yeah,
to
and
the
it's-
point where every
It's
year,
also
yeah,
It's also like, the point of copyright and patents protection is that we like that companies can risk researching, can take that risk because the payoff is there.
Mhm.
You understand that because there is a risk to research and development, many times the research and development for vaccines, and especially specifically this one, is largely publicly funded, so that companies don't have to take that risk. So we pay so that they don't have to take that risk, and we did that for the COVID vaccine. And when I say we, I mean the US and Europe mainly. We like the taxes I pay went to that, you know, and the taxes that we pay went to that, and so that they wouldn't have to risk. And also we started buying vaccines before it was even approved, so that there was no risk involved, you know. And then we buy up the risk, we pay for the risk, and then when it comes to getting the rewards, they say we have to have complete control of the rewards forever, because apparently they risked their bottom line, which I don't think is true, because I remember paying for the risk. I remember governments paying for the research, you know.
Dude, you should have just bought Pfizer stock.
True, dude.
Dude, it just sounds like you're salty that you didn't invest, bro.
Hey, yo, I've been saying this, bro. Invest in crypto, dude. I don't want to invest in Amazon, bro. They got the workers peeing in bottles, man.
Bro, out of context here, but like, did you see Doge last night?
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Bro, 70 cents It's up to 70 cents.
Dude, I'm so angry about Doge, man. I can't believe I sold.
Bro, 70 cents.
Hey, Patrick, I don't know if you know this story, but I bought Doge when it was like, I think 15 cents or 10 cents.
Bruh.
It went up to like 15. I was like, all right, this is it. I'm getting out. I made like 15 euros. And now it's like, what, 70, 80 cents? I could have made 800 euros, bro.
Not 80 yet. It's like, currently right now, I think it's like around the 69, 70.
Yeah, I would have made definitely like 400 euros, if I just held.
Dude, Patrick, remember when like you and I were joking that I'm going to put in 5 euros in Doge?
Yeah, did you?
You should have.
No, bro, I'm kind of kicking myself on the foot
Oh,
right now.
fair.
Yeah.
You should have, bro. You should have.
Yeah. And I should have just kept it because I know, remember Alessandro?
Yeah.
One of Alessandro's friends, like he just put in 5 euros in Doge and like he apparently made around 150.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like from 5 euros to 150, that's really good, bro.
Like 150.
Yeah, 150.
Oh my god, dude, this is what I'm saying, bro. I had 100 euros in there, man. Dude, you know what happened is I when I first invested, I didn't know much. I was like, yeah, Dogecoin seems like it's gonna go up because of the memes. And then I started watching all the videos and reading about it, and I got serious with it. And I was like, no, I need to invest in like actual technologies, not just a meme. And then look how that bit me in the ass, bro.
Yeah, but also to be fair, while we're recording on a Saturday, and I think after tonight it's gonna go down to like at least 40 or 50.
Yeah, but if it goes down really far, I might buy back.
No, I'm 100% buying back.
You guys obviously know of the guy Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy that created Bitcoin and all that.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere, and this is like crazy, but when he's this completely anonymous dude, nobody knows him, but
It's Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's Elon Musk. He holds a certain number of Bitcoins that the value of them is around 200 billion. So
Yeah.
we're all like, oh, Elon Musk, richest guy in the
great.
world. No, it's actually Satoshi Nakamoto. And we have no idea who he is if he held on to it. How crazy is that? There's some guy completely anonymous worth that much money.
No, but
Bitcoin.
do you think that there's someone out there in the world who's like secretly the richest person in the world and like nobody just knows about them?
Dude, this is an ongoing debate. People still don't know who is the richest. Because some people be saying that the kings in Saudi Arabia are actually the richest.
But like the
That's
richest
what
of
I
all
heard.
time was like apparently a king in Africa or something, right?
I don't know. bro.
Kanka Musa?
Oh yeah, the homie.
Yeah, it was this Mali king who like went on the Hajj, and he was just giving everybody blocks of gold.
Yeah, he was so rich. He was carrying around like I think it was either horses or camels that he was traveling with, and like each of these camels had like boxes full of gold, and he was just going around from city to city on like his journey, giving people gold, making each city rich as hell, bro.
All right,
Yeah.
so explain to me, when we have people this rich, why can't we just give the vaccine,
Right, bro.
And also, like, just to clarify, we're not paying for the production of the vaccine. We're just telling them how they can make it, and they're going to pay for their own production,
Yeah.
They got the, I don't know. I feel like, when it comes to war, we spend insane amounts of money, on bombing people. We're probably spending money today bombing some people, But when it comes to something like vaccines, we're like, nah, no way.
No, personally, not us, America.
No,
Personally,
but also
not us.
also Europe, bro.
It comes down to the bottom line.
Yeah,
It comes down to money.
yeah,
in the
but
end.
I'm telling Nila, like, this is an America thing, bro. This is Europe too, dude.
Yeah.
We're out here
Team
arguing
Europe for
against.
the win.
I feel like, what if instead of like buying all them bombs, we just bought vaccines for people? Don't you think we'd have less conflict?
Bomb
know?
people with vaccines, bro. Put
What
the
if
vaccine in the bomb.
Maybe that's how Americans will get on board.
Bro, maybe that's how I make my money. I put a patent on this idea and I start doing it. Yo.
You sell it to the American military, yeah?
100%, bro.
Okay, dude. I just want to make one last point, right? Or like what my main takeaway from this, yeah, is a lot of people sometimes, or that I talk to, who might not know too much about politics, get frustrated when things don't work the way that they thought they worked, Because when you're in school, you learn about the UN. You're like, oh, okay, we created all these institutions, and things are supposed to be solved, right? And then when it comes, like as soon as a pandemic comes, it just doesn't get solved. And I kind of thought about this, and I've been thinking about this, and I said, so we actually put in a lot of money and effort to create all the solutions beforehand. You know, we have the WTO, which has a clause in it that says if there's humanitarian crisis, you can waive the patent. Then once the patent is waived, you have the WHO, who already has a program, once again funded by the public, who already has a program for quality control and for helping people make vaccines, specifically the COVID vaccine, right? So we have those two things that we pay for, that we've built to make that happen. And then like the rest is like just the production of the vaccines through all the companies and production houses that they already have in places like India. So everything is already there. The problem is just that we have these people with trying to hold the patent so they can make extra money. So in a lot of times, everything that we've built and everything that we pay for that is supposed to work and can work is just always faced with obstruction from companies trying to make money or politicians who are bought out by companies trying to make money. And I feel like that's what's going on here. So if you get confused as to why the EU, the UN, and all these institutions don't seem to be doing what they're meant to do, it's because, yeah, we did build them and we have them. We just don't know how to use them, because each time something like a pandemic comes along, there's someone there saying, no, please don't do it. It's going to hurt my bottom line, you know?
Yeah, but I definitely understand what you're saying, but my hope is that in the future, you know, we'll take this as a learning experience and whatever, it'll be the case that we're better equipped to deal with it in the future. Like, I understand the argument you're making, putting all this money and effort into setting it up, and then when it comes down to the critical moment, we fall short. But at the end of the day, I think I would rather have those institutions be there and taking time and like being the playground to resolve these disputes, so that in the future we have some precedent, we have some examples of what to do and what to follow and how to address it. Right,
true. I mean, yeah, I do agree. So, I don't want to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of these institutions, but I find it ridiculous that we don't know how to use them, or that we can't figure out to use them. And
yeah, well, it's growing pains.
Yeah.
I mean, they're relatively new institutions, like the British Parliament, and it's been around for hundreds of years, and we have an idea of how it works. These are like growing pains.
I see what you're saying. So we still need some practice, or what? Some more time to figure it out. I hope so. I mean, but talking about the future, it's like I also wrote this down, right? Like, we have been warned that the pandemic was coming and that we needed to prepare for it for like at least 20 years. People were saying it's gonna come, and countries should be ready. And our politicians and world leaders didn't do anything. And then once it came, like after 1.5 years, we still didn't manage to solve it, despite all of the public funding and like effort we put behind trying to prevent these things. And then now it's been like 6 months since we had the vaccine, and it's been 6 months since South Africa and India like tried to get the patent waived. And the first response was from the Joe Biden administration from the White House, and from Europe was, no, we won't even negotiate about it. We won't even come to the negotiation table at the WTO. And now finally Joe Biden is saying that he's ready to negotiate. So he didn't even say yes, that he supports it. He said he supports negotiating it. So maybe we'll see something, but the problem is all the Westerns are saying this is going to be a long process that we have to figure out. And the problem with that is that every day that we wait, of course, we have hundreds of people in India dying, and around the world too. So we can't really be waiting for this process. It should have been done 6 months ago.
This is just another example of why I've lost faith in politics.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel you.
But also, I might be wrong here, but isn't it in our best interest to like vaccinate everyone as soon as possible?
Yes, of course.
Like no matter like how bad the vaccine is, and which is also another reason where if you get given the vaccine, you shouldn't wait around for like another better one, or potentially something that you think that is better. Because the argument here is that a lot of vaccines have like, let's say one has a 60% success rate, or like
I can address that if you want, the 60%, because it's a little bit misleading.
It is
60% success rate means that 60% of the time you won't get COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But the other 40% who do still get COVID don't end up in the hospital, so it doesn't kill you. And I think that's still really good protection, you know?
Yeah.
You avoid, it's literally just a common cold.
Yeah.
For real this time, you know, not like the QAnon shit.
Hence why when it comes to vaccines, like you should just take the one that gets offered to you and the one that's like quickest, and you should just get it if it gets offered to you.
Yeah, do it, bro. Let's end this. And let's release. Also, here's the other fucked up part, right? Is that the vaccine companies are set up to make massive amounts of profits if places like India never get the vaccine. Because if we keep letting COVID ravage around the world, eventually it's going to mutate to a point where the current vaccines don't work. You understand? So we're going to have to do this whole process all over again, even in the West, with a new vaccine for the new variant, you know? And then, of course, that's a big fucking profit waiting for the same companies that already made this previous vaccine. And the research is going to be funded by us anyway, so, you know, there's no downsides for them. Which is why we need to get everyone vaccinated so this shit doesn't happen, because it could be a disastrous situation where in like 4 months we have a new variant that is resistant to the current vaccine, and then we have to start all over. You know?
So Patrick, it's a bit sad to say that you're anti-vax and you're not getting vaccinated, bro.
I'm
what's
not
up with that?
anti-vax.
You were right there. I saw the nurse. She was like, "Yo, let me vaccinate you," and you fought back.
You
were
should
like,
you should just be
"No!"
like, bro, just give me the vaccine. You're literally there, Patrick.
Bro, I don't want Bill
So
Gates'
close.
microchips in me. I don't want to use Edge, man.
Okay, but how crazy is it to think that all these people, or like these anti-vax people, think that the government's trying to chip us? Like, what? We literally have a tracking device on us at all times. We literally have phones on us. Like, what?
It's the vaccine, bro.
Nah, it's
Dude,
the vaccine, bro.
There's a common theme, bro, with people. You know, they'd be like controlling you right in front of your face, and you'd be chilling, because you know they hide it in a phone or whatever. You know, you get something in return. As soon as it comes to like vaccine, all of a sudden there's like hysteria. You know, it's really
Bro,
random
like,
when it hits.
It's like we're recording this right now. Like somebody's listening in on us. Like 100%.
Somebody, many people are.
Many
for sure.
people.
No doubt.
making sure we're not about to overthrow the government.
This is on the internet. Everything on the internet is permanent. It's stored on some server somewhere, Google data center. If you're putting it on YouTube, their
Wait,
algorithms, their AIs are gonna process it and figure shit out.
Are you saying that the dick pics I sent Nilo are there forever? Please don't
Dude,
say that.
don't you remember the whole celebrity Snapchat nude leak stuff? Everybody thought,
Yeah.
Snapchat deletes all the photos. Nah, they don't.
Nah,
They're
there's like a
stored
whole
on
ass
the server.
archive, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it's on Google, dude. You just search Google Snapchat archive, and then you have all the all the photos. Dude.
Matt, whose nudes have you been looking up, bro? Which celebrities,
Whose
bro?
nudes?
Yeah, which
No,
celebrities'
I
nudes?
remember when that thing came out. You know, I was a young kid,
Yeah, yeah.
young
Snoop
kid, young
Dogg.
teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when that thing. I think it was like, wasn't Jennifer Lawrence one of them?
Oh, you think?
I think. I don't. I don't fucking. I actually don't remember.
Pretending as if you haven't searched them up.
No, I haven't recently, because I actually feel like that's not a very ethical thing to do. You know, if they're not willingly sharing it, you shouldn't be looking at it either.
Yeah.
You know, when you click the link, it gets boosted because you're helping the algorithm.
Yeah.
Click responsibly. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I remember back then, with the hack that Patrick is referring to, I remember it. I feel like I was, I remember searching, but I don't remember who I was searching for.
Anyway, back to the vaccine.
Yeah. No, back to the vaccine's finished, unless you want to say
Oh, we're
something else
finished with
about
that. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Cut this out.
Yeah, I
then.
feel like.
Unless you want to say or tell the people to get vaccinated as soon as possible and follow the rules and regulations that are set by your country.
Yes, and I am not an anti-vaxxer. It's just Italy is really, really slow. I saw somewhere that it's going to take like 5 years until people our age will be eligible for the vaccine because of how slowly they're vaccinating people.
Bro, in Italy, it's been so slow. Like, I remember, Matteo, when we went out to dinner. Remember, Patrick? It was your birthday.
Yo,
And,
right, yeah.
And Matteo gave us like a statistic that Italy was so happy that they vaccinated something around, what, 60,000 or 600,000?
Let's go.
And the population of Italy is like so large that if Italy continues
About
to
60
vaccinate
million.
at that rate, yeah, and if Italy continues to vaccinate at around this rate, we're never gonna get everyone vaccinated in time. Bro.
Never, dude. Never. That's what I'm saying, bro. India's gonna cook up a new virus, you know. Before, yeah. So enjoy the vaccine while it lasts, because we're gonna go straight back to where we were a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
To be honest,
bro. Honestly, just take life for what it is, bro. Live life at a moment, bro.
I actually, Patrick, you made me think of like two things I did see about the vaccine that I thought would be funny to bring up. One was like in the comment sections of a BBC video. There's a guy saying, I can't. This guy said, imagine you show up to get vaccinated and you're like, oh, so which vaccine am I getting? Am I getting the AstraZeneca or am I getting the Pfizer? And the nurse is like, oh, actually, this is the Alibaba vaccine. And he's
no,
like,
dude. But have you seen like some of these videos where like they talk about the vaccine and they're like trying to explain why the vaccine is good and how it works and stuff? You go underneath the comments and you see a bunch of anti-vax people like, oh,
yeah.
so you want to get tagged by the government? Oh, so you're trying to believe the government? Bro, it's so crazy how dumb the people in the comments are, bro.
I've been saying this, bro. QAnon started in America. We were laughing at them, but then it just spread straight to Germany like wildfire, you know?
Wait, it's
Like,
in
and now it's
Germany
everywhere.
now.
Dude, it's all over Europe, dude. I had motherfuckers burn down, what are they called? Like, I don't know how Wi-Fi works, but you know, you got like the little things.
Oh, the 5G stuff.
Yeah, the towers, you know? the internet towers or whatever it's called. And they were burning them down here in the Netherlands. And my Wi-Fi was slow for like 2 days. I felt like I'd been terrorized, you know?
Bro, it's so crazy how stupid some people are. And like, how do you get to that point where like you suspect everything and everyone?
Do you want me to tell you?
No, actually, I'm good.
I'll tell you anyways, bro. It's because the government do be lying too much, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's when people are like, oh, when you have that moment of realization, because some people for most of their lives thought that we were doing good things. And when they realize, no, we're doing like 90% bad things, they're like, oh, then everything must be bad, you know, forever. And then they believe nothing anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, conspiracies are conspiracies, but sometimes they're real.
Yeah, that's the other problem is like, you know, and journalism has been so fucking bullshit for like the last 10 years that everyone's like, the faith in journalism has dropped so desperately low.
Yeah, my
it's not really surprising that this is the result.
I mean, I don't even blame them. Journalism these days.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
No, I was just gonna say that I don't even blame them because journalism these days, it's like it's crazy. They don't even do a proper job.
Yo, speaking of journalism, I'll let you say something, Patrick, in a second, but I just wanted to say this real quick. Like, every single article that I was reading, or video even that I was watching from Fox News, I went to a bunch of different places for this research, guys. But everywhere I went, anytime they mentioned Bill Gates, it always like the great philanthropist Bill Gates, you know? It's like that's his official title now, and you cannot mention him without saying that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like that skews it like from the first sentence, you know? The great philanthropist Bill Gates said this.
Yeah, they're using the same buzzwords in every article across every different outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
But like,
do we have any?
The thing is though, people should just like stick to a reliable news source. Like,
But what is that, bro?
It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. Like, all the different news sources play into different people's biases, but like, just stick with something sensible. Financial Times, The Economist, Reuters.
The Economist. Reuters.
Reuters
hey, bro,
is
are you an
great.
elitist? Are you an elitist or something?
No, dude, like they have an impeccable reputation. And it's not like they're these evil capitalist money-making news sources for people to... No, they do have sensible, independent analysis.
Fair. Yo, I used to think Patrick was like an elitist until one day he came to pick me up in Rome. And what's your car called, dude?
Forca.
Yeah, the Forca.
I love his car, bro. Honestly, I can't wait to get my driver's license, so I'm gonna get myself a Fiat Panda, the really old ones.
See,
like the square cube ones. Those.
And
But, just for everybody to understand, the Forca, it's this tiny little two-door, ridiculously small Ford from like 2011 that I bought for 650 euro. It squeaks, it rattles, it's all greasy and disgusting. The
you can buy a
suspension's
Macchinetta for 650, man.
Patrick, you forgot to say ridiculously amazing.
And it's ridiculously amazing. Like, it feels like a go-kart when you drive it.
Dude, I haven't had that much fun in, like, since that day, bro, with that car. that was a good day, I remember.
Yeah, we fitted like 5 people into it.
Driving around the center of Rome. That was nice.
Wait, what was... I think I was there, right?
Yeah, I think you were, because it was sweaty as fuck. But you got the front seat, you piece of shit.
No, I didn't get the front seat.
Front seat.
Yayo or Kelvin got the front seat.
Oh, true. These elitists. All the poor boys in the back. Aye.
Nah, it's because like Yayo has big legs, you know? Taller than everyone.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
He is kind of big, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, word on the street is Yayo has side hose.
Word on the street? Not. I also hope not.
I hope we didn't raise this kid like that, you know? that ain't my homie.
No, but the homie, like, as soon as he got away from us, bro, the homie out here
playing.
out here doing stuff that I used to do in the beginning of the year semester.
True. But
What
I
are you
feel like
talking about?
no, we can't. Allegedly, we shouldn't say it on the podcast.
Allegedly, due to our lawyer protecting us.
Dude, you're not supposed to encourage us, Patrick.
Patrick, what the
We're gonna
fuck? What kind of
we're gonna
lawyer are
get-
you, bro?
We're gonna get sued by the Santa Cruzes, you know. But okay, let's talk about this Billie Eilish thing, dude. I think we're done with vaccines.
We're done with vaccines, but like to move on to the Billie Eilish thing, and I definitely think that Over the Fence podcast are gonna have a better take on this because they're gonna do a 100%. They're gonna do a deeper take and they've like done their research. I'm loosely basing this off of like what I've seen and heard.
Your Instagram page, what's it called? Instagram feed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
alright,
more
fair.
more or less, but more or less what I've heard of it. And again, this is also coming from Over the Fence podcast because I've seen them like kind of post it on their story. But at this point, Over the Fence podcast is just our podcast but better, you know.
Hey, how dare you, bro? I'll shoot you, dude. You think
I
we're talking
meant-
about vaccines?
I meant to say they're just another podcast that we're competing against, or
Which respectfully, because we only compete against the best, you know?
respectfully. But about Billie Eilish, right? So
Yeah.
I think everybody's seen that in the news or like on Vogue magazine. She came out on in lingerie, and like she was modeling for Vogue magazine, and she came out showing a lot of skin. And a lot of the issue that with this was that a lot of people had issues with her, and they were calling her a hypocrite because she was anti like showing off skin, and she always used to wear baggy clothes, and like she didn't want to show off her body. But all of a sudden,
Right.
now that she's doing it, people are giving her hate, saying that she's so hypocritical, like promoting this stuff now, and why not before? She's going against her word. But all this is
Right.
so ridiculous because she was, first of all, a minor, right?
Oh, she was mining.
Yeah,
Bitcoin miner.
She was
Yeah,
Bitcoin
Bitcoin.
mining. Now, but the issue here is that she used to be a minor when she used to wear the baggy clothes.
A kid. She was a child.
She was a child, bro.
Like a singer child who was always in the in the news, you know,
100%.
with the pictures. I would wear baggy clothes too.
Yeah, which is also kind of sad to say, but
Why sad?
because of like all the predators and the predatory behavior around.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't show my face. Are you kidding me? Have you you can't even talk to James Charles anymore?
Bro, but like, but if you think about it, is it not sad that you're not allowed to express yourself like as you want because there's so many predators out there?
And also, then when you finally do, you have the anti-predators who flame you on the other side.
Exactly, like you can't win no matter what you do.
What happened to the left being about you get to do whatever you want and everyone
Yeah.
needs to chill, and it's about personal expression and feeling happy,
Yeah,
you know?
but I don't
You
think the left is the problem. I think it's more so the right, like that are criticizing everything. Like at first criticizing her for like her standpoint of not showing skin, like all these rednecks being angry why she wasn't, and also DMing her every day like, "Yo, baby girl, what's up?" You know she gets like those DMs every now and then.
Yeah.
Or
Allegedly,
every day.
Patrick is not in her DMs. I hope. Patrick, are you a fan of Billie Eilish?
Not really. Like, she makes some good songs, and I have listened to some of them, and I like them. But no, I'm not a big fan.
Did you like the Bad Boy song?
Yeah, that was good. I like the bald guy adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Billie Eilish came out with that, and there's been a lot of arguments back and forth between the left and the right, or like just sensible people and nonsensical people, I'd say.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'd say that too, bro.
Arguing like whether Billie Eilish is in the right or if she's a hypocrite or not. And bro,
Bro,
it's so
it's
sad
just-
to
Like, it
Yeah,
should
Patrick.
just be. She is who she is. Her body. Let her do what she wants. She's an adult. I'm sure she made an informed decision. Get off her back.
100%, bro.
Also, it's Vogue, you know. It's not like she's on Snapchat or something. It's like, it's like she was a kid and she didn't want to share her body, and she thought it was dumb that other people like her were. I guess I don't know if she even said that, but she just said that she didn't prefer to do it,
Yeah.
and so she wore baggy clothes. And now she went on Vogue and she's like, I'm an adult now, and I want to show my body because I'm confident or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And she's taking power back to herself, Power to her.
Sure,
But
I mean,
that's the
I
thing
don't.
that I don't get is why are people getting so worked up about this? I mean, how is one celebrity who just became an adult showing some skin on a cover of a magazine affect your life so much that you gotta go on a massive rant about it and how she's this horrible person? It doesn't make sense. Like, you do you.
How does the choices of a celebrity doing a photo shoot affect you so much that you would literally start a podcast and spend an hour talking about it?
No, but the issue goes deeper than this, though. It's because allegedly when she was 16, she was being groomed by this 22-year-old.
Oh,
which
shit.
Right.
I per se do not know who this 22-year-old is. I don't know if
Oh, you
anybody
don't
actually
happen to
does.
know him?
No.
Oh,
Allegedly
okay, good.
Patrick, but
No, hey.
no, kidding.
Careful.
Yeah. No, but this is actually a serious thing, and like she was apparently being groomed by this 22-year-old, which is really sad. And he had so much more power than him. And if you guys listen to her brand new song that she came out with, she talks
Which I
about
did.
this. Yeah, she talks about like, if you had the power, would you do it again, bro?
Dude, I clicked on that song because I don't know why. I think the thumbnail
Yeah.
was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on it, and then I was like, okay, Billie Eilish song. And I was gonna dip out again because I'm not a big fan. But then yeah, the lyrics were like so mysterious and ambiguous and hinting at something big that I stayed around. But she never explained what it was, you know.
Yeah.
So
And
how did you find out that was what the lyrics was about? Because it makes sense with your theory, but
Yeah, like when you say
It's-
that, like I listened to the song and like her vocals and the song itself had this very sweet, tender, like a very nice vibe to it. And now that you tell me it's that, I'm like, oh, did not know that.
no, yeah, it's yeah, because I read the comments. I don't know if you guys do the same.
sometimes not Billie Eilish songs though.
No.
Nah, I listen to it via Spotify, so.
No,
Oh,
the comments. Yeah, but like the comments had like a lot to say about it, and apparently another Easter egg in the video is at the end of the music video. There's exactly 22 seconds of pause
Silence.
or silence, yeah, and
Yeah.
that was to hint at the fact that this guy was 22 years old, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have the very informed Niloy off of his Instagram feed and YouTube comments.
So informed, bro. But there was somewhere that I wanted to go with this when I also wanted to bring up like last week's podcast of like when we talked about pedophiles. It's
Yeah.
this like this fetish, the fetish behind like people going for people that just turned 18, you know?
Right.
Like there are people that wait for girls or like even guys that are 17 to turn 18 so they can like prance on them.
And like the second they turn 18, they're in the DMs.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
And like
Yeah.
that just feels so predatory to me. It's like some people groom them like when they're young and they wait until they're 18 so they can like finally come out and say that, oh look, I'm dating this person, like, oh look, I bagged this person. It's like
It's actually insane, dude. Like
is.
you're just a singer. You have an Instagram. You're like 15, right? And like every day you receive creepy DMs, and then the second you turn 18, it's like 8 million dick pics
yeah.
in your fucking DMs. Dude, that's crazy.
But that's the thing. It's, you know, she's been getting them even before she was 18.
sure, but the second you turn 18, 10 times, you know.
Yeah. But
10 times
it's
as many.
it's disgusting, one. And two, porn sites as well are not helping the case at all whatsoever. Because if you go
Why
on like
am I on
porn
this
sites,
podcast?
no,
My
but Patrick,
future
hear me out.
employer will see it. I'll never become a lawyer.
No, but
Forget
Patrick,
about becoming a judge.
I want to hear your opinions on this as well, because like on Pornhub, I've or like other porn sites.
First of all, nice video you released on Pornhub.
No problem. Check it out, bro. Anyways, on Pornhub, there's
opinions,
like
yeah.
this huge title or like clickbait title where it's like barely legal or just turned 18, and that's a fetish for a lot of people. And I feel like you should not be fetishizing people that are barely legal or calling them barely legal, bro. That's so wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
think it should be.
You should just
Yeah.
keep like, if that's
I
a
think it
fetish
should
of
be
yours, it's like I get it. It's a fetish, and fetishes are like personalized to you and whatnot, and you can't help your fetish, but you kind of have to. Like this is not.
You
okay.
have to.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
have
you
to.
know,
But speaking of the pedophiles, do you want to hear one crazy story that was in the UK?
yeah, sure, bro.
So, this friend of mine told me about it, and apparently it made the news, and I can't remember much about it, but apparently this one guy went to the police, and he wanted to be arrested, and he was telling them that he believes he is a pedophile, and that he is scared of it, and he doesn't want to harm anybody, and that he realizes who he is and he realizes it's wrong, but the police could not arrest him. They could do nothing because technically he didn't break any laws. He didn't actively pursue any minor and he didn't engage in any sexual intercourse with them. But I find that such a crazy story. I mean, this guy realized this about himself. He knew it was wrong, and he wanted to confront himself via the legal system and that stuff and see what could be done. But they couldn't do anything because he didn't commit the act.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fucked up. I mean, at that point you gotta send him to, I don't know, like a clinical place, right? Like a psych place.
I'm not sure what happened to him, but yeah, what do you guys think would happen with that? Do you think, as you said, might send him somewhere, put him under closer scrutiny, or?
Yeah, I mean maybe surveillance, bro. I mean, fuck it. Everyone's being surveilled.
No, but if anything, I think he should have like at least gotten help, like psychological help.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah. By the way, like speaking of that, I just read like the other day that in Germany, the German police just cracked a website with 500,000 verified users for child pornography.
That's not okay, bro.
Like a little network inside of Europe, bro. That's crazy, man. It's like everywhere you look, you see this. Which is all, like, I forgot to say that last time, but like connected to like the larger Hollywood, because it's not like it's just YouTube that has this problem, you know. It's just that YouTube, it's so easy to catch them because everything's in 4K, you know, everything is streamable, and there's pictures for everything. So just imagine what it's like in the previous industries where we didn't have those means.
Yeah, and also where well, nowadays with the whole Me Too movement, you can also see people are more willing to come out about it and talk about this stuff than they were before.
Right, yeah.
But the thing that I find crazy is that, like, I'm 21. 3 years ago, I just turned 18. Like, we're
old.
adults, but we're barely adults.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, but like, imagine like being 20. I'm gonna turn 20 soon. Dude, that's way too old, man.
Dude, 20 is way too old, bro.
How are you 21, dude? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you speedrunning through life, bro? Calm down.
Slow down, bro. Dude, Patrick, what are you going to do when you turn 30, dude?
Probably have an early midlife crisis and buy a motorcycle and then see what happens.
Patrick, I'll meet you there, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, buying a motorcycle does sound like a good plan. I feel like that does ease the pain, you know?
Patrick, Harley Davidson or nothing, bro.
I mean, you send a meme. 30-year-old me. All right. I feel you. We just got a Yoda meme from this fucking boomer, dude. Hey, bro. By the way,
I don't know who's more boomer out of the two. It's like, is it Mattis who's more boomer or Patrick that's more boomer? Because like, bro,
you're gonna get me depressed.
Bro, like, Mattis, you're younger than me, but you're so much like more of a boomer, bro.
How am I a boomer?
You're such a boomer, bro. Like, all right, for the viewers at home, right? All Mattis does is like when he gets free time is he reads the news, drinks his coffee. No, he doesn't drink coffee. Bro, what are you? You're like one of those like new age boomers that don't drink coffee because it's bad for your health or something.
No, because it makes me shit, bro. What do you want, dude?
That's good for you. Shitting is good for you.
Nah, dude, I don't like it, bro.
No, dude,
loosens my stomach.
Coffee's a laxative, and it's
yeah,
not like
exactly.
It's not fiber. It's not a good.
Yeah. I'm not a boomer, bro.
Tool.
But back to my point.
Caffeine intolerant.
No, but back to my point, right? On his free time, all right. When he doesn't have free time, what he's doing is he's either working, grinding, or he's at school doing schoolwork.
Yeah.
And in his free time, he's A, reading the news, B, looking up cryptocurrency, looking at charts, D, investing, and then E, taking hella naps as if he's like 55.
Hey, dude, don't rag on naps. Afternoon naps are amazing.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, I know, but like Mattis legit takes 10 naps a day.
Hey, that's not true, bro. I nap once a day, maybe twice. Hey, this COVID thing got me fucked, dude. When COVID started, I remember I just had every day a nap at 3 p.m.
It's like, I just want to hang out with my homie Mattis. He's like, nah, bro, I can't. My back hurts. I'm like, bro.
Hey, I have never used that excuse, bro.
I have, because I got a herniated disc.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, dude, how you call me the biggest boomer? This guy literally broke his back. He was like 19.
Bro, you two are literally like the youngest, oldest people I know.
Okay, so if you're gonna call me a boomer, bro, you're the biggest zoomer ever, right? You're the type of motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure. Niloy is the biggest zoomer.
That's not even true,
you
bro.
open a YouTube video, right, that has like 10 million jump cuts. Right? It's impossible to follow, and you're like, yo, this is kind of slow. Let me pause this, and then you open a different YouTube video, see if it's more interesting, and if it's more interesting, you stick on that, and then you probably pause it, open your third tab, and then you go for another video. You know,
it's not even fake.
You never finish a single video.
It's not even fake. But you know, the problem is so big that like I've actually wanted to get into cryptocurrency. I've opened one video that explains how it works and everything. I watched 2 minutes of it. I got bored. I closed it. I left.
So what if I'm just a zoomer with a long attention span? You know, how about that?
No, bro. There's no way you're a zoomer.
Hey, yo, I played Fortnite, dude. I played that shit,
bro. Not with that hairline.
Fuck. Oh, bro, we can't be having cameras, dude. This podcast is gonna stay audio only forever.
No, if anything, we need to start recording now because we're finna die tomorrow or something.
We're finna die tomorrow, dude. Yo, okay, can we? Speaking of dying,
yeah.
Patrick is a big brain guy. I feel like he likes to talk a lot, which I appreciate because I also like to talk a lot. And you sent me this channel, Patrick, trying to, I don't know what you were trying to do, get me to question my life or something. But every single one of this guy's videos is like really deep or something, right? Psychological. And I watched one which I thought was pretty interesting, which was like the whole point of everything we do, and especially culture, is that we're just trying to avoid death and find ways to be immortal, because we have become self-conscious of the fact that we're gonna die one day. And so then we try to make music, we try to make art, we try to make like institutions, companies, so that we can be immortalized through these things, you know?
We try to leave a legacy that transcends our time.
Exactly. And at the same time, society itself is like trying to prolong our own lives, right? And then I really like this video because I've heard of this theory for a long time, and I've been a fan of it. But what I liked about this video specifically is how he mentions that what tends to happen is that when we forget the whole point of society, which was to prolong our life, we start to forget about that, and then at a certain point, societies just start to kill people, you know, and do the opposite, like through things like climate change and war and all these things. And I thought it was pretty interesting. So it's like we do all this work to avoid dying, and just to in the end speed up the process of dying, you know.
But we might need to like link the channel in the description.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
Yo, don't call me a boomer just because my Discord crashed. By the way.
Bro, if you'd feel more comfortable, we could use Skype.
Oh, yo, I remember I was the last guy to leave Skype, dude, in my friend group. I was like, yo, guys, it works good.
Bro, but like, do you still use Facebook?
Nah, I don't use Facebook, dude. I'm not even gonna do that. That shit's old. All right, but Patrick, so in like that style of thinking, let us know, because you were one of the first friends I had that really believed in the simulation, or at least was really interested in it. So do you want to let us know what do you think about it? Are we in a simulation?
Right. Well, you see, this is one of those topics that you need to approach kind of carefully, because one thing I've learned is that it seems to be the case that a lot of people with mental illness, particularly schizophrenia, tend to come into this and have paranoid beliefs and experience derealization. Basically, the idea that the world you're living in is completely fake and everything is meaningless, and they get so removed from society that it messes with them.
Right.
But look, the whole idea of whether or not we live in a simulation has actually been around for a while, and in many ways it's the modern day equivalent of Plato's allegory of the cave.
Right, I have heard that.
So the theory, I don't want to say it originated from, but the main figure, if you will, is this professor of philosophy at Oxford called Nick Bostrom. And
right.
he came up with this theory, this idea that given the current trajectory and the rate at which technology is advancing, there are three possibilities for the future of humanity. One,
Yeah.
we either go extinct, climate change, mass extinction event, asteroid, something. Two, technology develops to such an advanced point that we are able to create simulated worlds, but we don't live in them. And three, we're able to create simulated worlds and we do live in them. And
Right.
yeah, when you look at it, you start realizing some stuff about like the world we live in. Like it gets you thinking a lot about these big tech companies, big data, the amount of information that is collected on you and that you're putting out there into the world, and gets you thinking about technologies. Like Neuralink is one of these things, these technologies that people think will be a transitionary step. Artificial intelligence is developing exponentially, and whether or not we will merge with it via Neuralink is another thing. Do we become cyborgs? And this breaks it down into different stages. So you get this one branch within it called transhumanism, this idea that we will be merged fully with technology.
Right.
And this idea of post-humanism, which is that humans aren't real to begin with. We've always been merged with technology. We're just artificial intelligences operating in a sort of learning environment.
Right. So that I remember when I first heard of those, that hypothesis that there's only three different outcomes, and I was quite intrigued by it because I find the world to be quite predictable. Right. Maybe that's because I spend too much time reading news, but if I look at the long term and like where we're going, and had to make a prediction of one thing that will for sure come about, it is like simulations, because I feel like there's a lot of different branches that lead straight down that road, you know? One is technology. Another one is that we've been trying to create simulations for a long time, even if it's mostly for entertainment purposes, right? Like video games and movies. That is a way of simulating reality. And the last one is also the escape of death, the prolonging of life, you know? If you can transfer your consciousness over to a simulation, then you will become, you could combat death by becoming immortal, you know, through that. So I definitely see that's like almost a certain outcome of everything we've been doing, right?
Yeah. And then it sort of gets you thinking, okay, if the inevitable fate of humanity is to collectively work towards the construction of a simulation, who's to say that it hasn't already happened?
Right.
And that's the argument for why we might live in a simulation, that our ancestors in base reality managed to do it, and now we're just going back and experiencing either different realities, ones that are programmed for us or that we enjoy or whatever, or we are going back and learning and experiencing what they did.
Right. We're reliving their past.
But Patrick, I have like, let's say a question for you is, what's your stance on the simulation? Like, where do you think we are right now? Like, are we living in one currently, or are we moving towards a future where we possibly are going to?
Well, the thing is though, like, I'm not like fully hard set on, yes, we live in a simulation. I think it's a possibility for sure, and I see movements, the forces that be, we might be ending up there. But I think the world and the universe or whatever is so much more complex than it can be boiled down to just that. I think we still have a lot to learn. There's still a lot that we don't know. So whether or not we do, it's irrelevant. But it's an interesting thought experiment, and like I said, it's the modern day equivalent of the allegory of the cave. So it gets you thinking about what's the world we're living in right now. How are the algorithms that are running Facebook and Google and YouTube and all this stuff, how are they influencing us?
Yeah.
Right.
But also something like crazy to think about is if we are living in a simulation, then isn't it kind of crazy how we're becoming self-conscious of this fact, and we're like getting to understand that what if we actually are living in a simulation? Then what happens then? Like, what if there are, like, let's say, some creators of the simulation? Are they just going to end us?
Yeah, you have to keep it
Yeah.
quiet, bro. If you speak too loud, they might cut it off. You know.
He
I want
almost-
to live.
It might just be the case that look like this relates to something else. Like I remember reading somewhere that and I think this guy in this YouTube channel even mentioned it, that people believe that there is a relationship between consciousness and quantum mechanics, and so we are like as kids we're conscious beings, but we're not self-aware really, and as we age, as we mature, as we grow up, become more self-aware of who we are and all that stuff. It might just be the case that, yeah, we're living in a simulation, and over time, the simulation is becoming self-aware. And
Oh wow!
w-
As a collective.
we might just be like, whatever, in this collective hive mind of humanity, and we're slowly becoming aware of the true nature of our existence. So it might
Yo, what
not
if-
be the case that we live in a simulation, it ends. It might just be, okay, this is the natural progression of how things are meant to go.
I mean, it does, like when you look at humanity as a whole, you do kind of simulate artificial intelligence and artificial learning, you know, because it's like like imagine if we created a simulation today. I think an interesting question would be, how long would it take for this matter to then become life and all of that, and until one day, eventually it becomes so self-aware that it understands it's in a simulation. You know, how long will we have to run the simulation for it to figure out it's a simulation? If it's self-learning.
Yeah,
I do think that's an interesting question.
it could be that, but
Yeah.
that's the thing though. It's there's no certainty, and whenever you talk about this, it's yeah. A lot of people often say it's a circular argument, or it's a useless conversation, but it's a thought experiment, and
Right.
raises like just positing the idea. Hey, we live in a simulation. Let's see what happens from here. Sure, you get some really interesting, deep philosophical conversations.
Do you think we can prove it through quantum mechanics? Because that seems to be like an area of research that I think might lead to some findings, you know, into that, because it is really mysterious.
If I recall correctly, there was this team at Berkeley, the University of Berkeley, that proposed an experiment, and they decided not to go through with it for that very fear of, well, what if
Yeah.
we prove that we live in a simulation and we have hard facts about it? Will they turn it
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, I heard about that. And also, what would happen to humanity? We would go apeshit, you know? Either we would go apeshit, or people would be like, can I have my cheeseburger?
Wait, that actually
Yeah,
sounds crazy.
cheeseburger.
No, but that actually sounds crazy that we might have the capabilities of proving that we live in a simulation.
I mean, yeah, I feel like eventually we will, you know?
But
Proving whether or not.
if we, like, I think the University of Berkeley, like, if they could, I think they should go ahead. Because what's the worst that can happen? They shut off the simulation, then what? Like,
We're
nothing.
dead.
Yeah, nothing matters anymore.
Yeah.
It's like it will
Yeah,
feel
but-
like nothing ever like happened or nothing ever existed, or it's
Yeah, but that's the whole thing with death. I mean, death is already in place, you know? That's already truth, what you just said there, that nothing really matters.
mhm.
But we have this culture which convinces us that it is true, and the more cheeseburgers we can afford, you know, the better. So
Bro, I'm
people
a-
would be like, no,
Yeah,
I
but at
want to
the same
continue
time,
living this,
like,
this life.
Yeah, but exactly. So it's like, even though whatever we might be simulated, doesn't mean that our lives don't have value, that they don't have meaning. Doesn't mean that me touching my computer means it's not there. It's real. I'm real. You're real. I think. I
Yeah.
hope. But it's like, yeah, our lives still have meaning, value, and well,
Oh, yeah,
who's
of
to
course.
say that these people should take it away for this one fact, this one data point that might suggest we live in a simulation?
Yeah, but unless
True.
otherwise proven, I think we should not take our lives for granted, and we should live them out to the fullest until the very
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's also what this guy you recommended me on YouTube said, is like, the point of life is like fundamentally to avoid dying, you know? It's kind of like a cruel joke or a cruel game where you get given life and then you have to spend your whole life trying to avoid dying, and one day, no matter what, you're gonna die. Unless we either have to upload our consciousness to a computer, or we have through genetic editing through gene editing we get to defeat aging, you know, and we live forever. So, but I would say, in terms of simulation, we're probably. I think it's silly to say whether or not to assume that we know if we're in a simulation or not. But I also think we definitely will create a simulation in one day. Like one day in the future.
Yeah, like, yeah, the best thing in my opinion is like, don't dismiss it outright, but don't accept it wholeheartedly. Because, like I said, there are some people that will get down the rabbit hole and experience depersonalization, derealization, and high levels of paranoia. These are traits commonly associated with schizophrenia. So if you or anybody has a predilection to that, be careful. But it can be dangerous to just commit yourself fully to it. I don't think I did. I think I approached it sensibly, but yeah, be careful.
Right.
Yeah, that's a nice takeaway from it.
And so what happens if we're in a simulation and we create a simulation, and then we're just passing on the favor?
Inception, bro.
And we become gods.
We become the mods of our own simulation. That would be crazy,
Yeah,
like,
dude,
we
think
see it
about
from
it.
the beginning.
If we create a simulation, are we not gods of that reality?
What if this is like a recurring pattern that's always been happening, Like there's like a beginning, like simulation, let's say. They created a simulation that created a simulation that eventually created us, and we're eventually going to create a simulation.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep on
The
going.
argument against that is that how the hell are you going to get the computing power? Because every layer further down you go, you're going to need exponentially more computing power because it branches out. It's not like one creating another. It could be one creating two, those two creating 8 and stuff like that. And that's one of the arguments against it is how in the future are we going to have a proper sustainable energy source to do this, especially when the universe is going to become all black holes and it's expanding and stuff is getting further and further away.
Now, Pat, haven't you heard? We're going to move to Mars. Mars has like this super secret vibranium or something that's going to power all the computers.
Nah, guys, don't worry. I've been working out. You give me like a rowing machine that produces energy, sustainable energy for at least 100 years.
True.
No,
I'll move that shit.
The thing is though, like the main idea on how to actually power this would be to create what's called a matryoshka brain.
Okay.
Matryoshka.
This goes into like high level science fiction stuff. So
Wait, explain? Yeah.
So first off, I'll explain what a Dyson sphere is. So a Dyson sphere is basically
Isn't that the vacuum?
You encapsulate the sun
Oh, I have heard about this.
like fully in solar panels so that you're constantly extracting all the photovoltaic energy from the sun and converting into electricity to power the computer and
Is that
anything else
legal?
you need. And then the Matryoshka brain is that, but like times 10. You're also using the thermonuclear energy of the sun, and the hope is that once you do that, you become what's called a type 1 civilization. No, type 2 civilization, where you're
Right.
harnessing the full energy of your solar system.
Right. And then here's a fucking prediction, by the way. If we're talking about technology, I feel like one day the rich people are just gonna go to Mars and start like going to other planets, and they're gonna leave us behind, and that's why they're totally okay with pollution because they know they got the ticket to just leave. And the rest of us.
Bro, I think you're getting into
behind.
conspiracy stuff. Like, I don't think every rich person is some evil asshole that's doing that. I think
No.
there
apart
is
from
strong movement and strong incentive. And I mean, green energy is finally economically viable, and I have faith in humanity. I think we will move in that direction
Yeah, but it's
very
too late,
quickly
though.
in the next coming years.
But it's too late. I feel like.
No, we still have like
Nah, we got
10.
time. We got time.
Yeah, we still got like what was it? It was like 12 years, and I think we still got 10 or something. It's economically viable now. I guarantee you, people are gonna transition to green energy
Yeah, I see the adoption.
ridiculously quickly now.
I see the adoption, but I also see these big cycles that we've started that are kind of out of our control, like the melting of the ice caps and how there's like, this is not something I know a lot about, by the way, but what I think I know at least, like the CO2 that's stuck in the ice caps in the North and South Pole, and then that once that starts melting, it starts creating a cycle where more CO2 gets released the more it melts, and then the more CO2 gets released the more it melts as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've also heard that they're doing studies on like how to use this CO2 into like creating energy. I think Elon Musk is actually working on this, right? Where where you take the CO2 when you turn it into like a source of energy, and like he's even made it into like a open source project or something, where like if anybody can come up with like a way of doing this, he's gonna fund their project.
Dude, but I would not be surprised though if rich people are like, once the planet is fucked, they're like, alright, now we got on our spaceships and we're leaving. I'm not saying they have them yet and they're ready, but what's his name? The guy who runs Amazon?
Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos has just been promoting that you can now buy tickets for his future space tourism, craft. So like, I would not be surprised if they're like, once the Earth is too fucked, there's like a select few who have the price to buy the ticket, probably in bitcoins, and then they're like, fuck it, we're leaving,
Yeah.
And I feel,
but
yeah,
sad as it is,
and then they're gonna create that. They're gonna create that thing around the sun so that they can get a lot of energy out of a solar system, and they're gonna repeat the process. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean,
but like, I have faith in humanity. Like, I know it's a bit difficult now, especially with all the political polarization and how crazy stuff is. But
yeah, but
just
Patrick,
keep faith. Just keep faith. I'm sure everything will be okay eventually.
But Patrick, hear me out. I think I've figured this out, right? The key or the secret to happiness.
You have not figured this out, but let's hear it.
I have figured this out. At the low cost of 30 euros a month.
Right.
That's how cheap it is for you to be happy every day.
True.
For the low cost of 30, a subscription of 30 euros a month.
A month.
Ecstasy every day.
I didn't know where you're going with that.
Bro, please, no, I meant to be your lawyer. Stop.
No, we are not promoting ecstasy to anyone.
All right, disclaimer before you like move on. We do not promote drugs. We ourselves do not intake drugs.
Never.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, let's move on. Disclaimer said. Now that we said that, because price of ecstasy is actually so cheap, and apparently it's meant to make you happy. It does.
It makes you happy short term.
It makes you happy short term.
No, what it does is it releases the naturally stored dopamine in your body.
And
so here's my serotonin. But here's my perfectly cut out plan, right? You have your ecstasy. You're happy for a while. Because
you have to explain the repercussions of ecstasy, right?
And then the next day you're supposed to be depressed, right?
Yeah, because you have no more dopamine and serotonin left over.
Exactly. So here's what you do: you eat a bunch of bananas because the bananas have serotonin in them. Like I'm saying, a lot of bananas,
monkey style.
And then you just take another ecstasy pill, and you keep doing this every day, and you're happy for the rest of your life until you die. But
bro, I don't think that's how it works. Because like, ecstasy just releases naturally, like, your natural reserves of dopamine. If you take it every day, your reserves are going to be depleted.
That's why you eat the bananas, bro.
And also, then what will happen is your brain will become so used to such high levels of dopamine that it will develop a dopamine dependency, sort of like how nicotine, for example, it affects your neurochemistry insofar as it creates more dopamine receptors, and you'll constantly be craving it more.
But Patrick, I think that's a given, as you're doing ecstasy every day anyways.
True, yeah, but
at that point,
it'll mess up your neurochemistry. You won't be able to function, even if you're happy.
It's fine. We're here for a fun time, not a long time.
Fair enough.
I
disagree with this, bro. I do not think I found the answer.
Nah, I'm kidding. 100%. You should not be doing drugs on the daily. Do not do that.
We could never.
No, I don't. I actually don't.
If you take one day off a week, it's not daily, right?
Exactly.
Sundays for God only,
Hey, you guys in the Netherlands, it's fine. Do what you want.
No, dude. We got out of hand, I feel like.
No, I definitely got out of hand. It's
we had a
like-
week. First of all, we had a week off, so it is vacation technically.
Yeah.
You had a what?
We got a week off.
from school.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry.
Yeah. So and then like we kind of had a streak going. How many days you reached, bro?
From my birthday, 24th.
No. Okay, that's kind of surpassing the break, you know. Since the 24th.
So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1,
2, 3.
When'd you end? Wednesday.
4, 5.
5th. Wednesday the 5th.
So that's like what, 12 days straight?
Oh, bro. You gotta go to rehab, bro. I'm sending you.
Fuck. But I mean, to be fair. No, there's no to be fair. It was fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. All right. So I think that's it for simulation, right? I don't know if you guys have much else to say about that.
Technically, we were supposed to do music of the week before the simulation, but since we did the simulation, do you want to do music of the week now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if I would say one last thing, right, about the future that I just thought about. Well, I thought about it before, but I remembered now.
Kids are our future. Educate them.
Sure, but you know what's fucked up? I was thinking
Nico for mayor of London.
Nico
what's his
for
name?
mayor.
Nico.
Did he win?
No, but the elections were yesterday and they closed, and the results are gonna come out either today or today, I think.
If he doesn't win, it's a fraud.
Yeah.
But like
I don't think he's gonna win.
Dude, I was thinking like, what's gonna happen before I'm 100 years old? Right? I was like, what are the craziest things that are gonna happen? And then I realized there's no fucking way I survived to like 80 or 100 without seeing another like Nazi type era in Europe. You know?
Yeah, China. We're already seeing it.
Yeah, that's what I used to think. I was like, yeah, we're already seeing it in China. Guys, wake up. And then I realized, yeah, but not only that, it's also gonna be in Europe. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna be everywhere, my guy.
Yeah. And that kind of depressed me a little bit.
My guy, I think it's time to switch religions.
No, but like, because also I started seeing like these videos from Vice, the most reputable news source, of course. But Vice like showing the right wing rise in both Germany and Poland, and how like it's really picking up steam. And I studied a lot. I studied history quite a bit in high school. And I was quite interested in World War II and especially what led to it. And I see the exact same patterns playing over, you know. And I think this pandemic really sped up a lot of those problems that leads to something like a Nazi era. So I don't know when it's going to happen for sure before I'm 80. But I just want to say, you motherfuckers better not be surprised, because now you listen to this podcast. When it happens, just be like, oh, it's happening, you know. I got warned. It's probably going to be Germany or Poland, dude. I'm guessing. But we'll see.
Dude, just chill and enjoy life.
Patrick,
Dude, no,
but
I need to get a house in Norway, dude, so I can escape this. Dude, I'm planning.
dude, no, I need to get a
don't
house in
want it.
Japan, bro. I want to move to Japan.
I mean, that place didn't fare very well last time, you know what I'm saying?
No, dude, all I'm saying is that Japan is the place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, I saw this meme. It was Germany and Japan hold a in-person conference to discuss how they are going to contain China and security risks. At the bottom, Italy. Oh no, not again.
Nah, but I think this is a good segue into a question that I like to ask everyone. Patrick, do you
Yo.
measure it from the top, the side, or the bottom, bro?
Just legal advice here. You do not have to answer that question.
I will not.
It's actually recommended that you don't answer that question.
I will not.
Patrick,
You know,
Patrick, it would be a lie if you said that you never measured it.
No comment.
No comments, dude.
If you say no comment, that just means that you've done it.
That means he's measuring all three all the time, you know? He's got a daily log that he puts the numbers in, you know? Keeping track.
Bro, there's this like this Mattis thing that I heard on it was like a post on Instagram. I think it was a meme. It's like a guy measured his member, and then he put like a mark on the ruler to where it reached, and then
don't say the rest of this, dude. I know where this goes. I know where
Like,
this goes.
look. These are conversations I would happily have with you guys, but I don't want. I don't want to put it out there on the internet.
Dude,
Right,
yeah,
right,
no,
true,
I'm
true,
done.
true.
I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, music of the week, and then we're
Swiftly
heading
moving
out, bro,
on.
before we
Swiftly
get canceled
moving
or some
on.
shit.
Music of the week, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Welcome back to Music of the Week with Niloy, Patrick, and Mattis.
Oh.
Let's ask the guest first. And did we even warn you about this? No, right?
Don't
Music of the week?
remember.
All right. Well, anyways, you didn't bring a song now, but since you were supposed to be on before, last time you did, like when we were planning
Right.
last time.
Yeah.
Do you still fuck with the song by MGK and Corpse?
Yeah, let's put that up. Like,
Yeah.
MGK and Corpse had a song called Daywalker, and all the comments are like, "Oh my God, this song goes so hard," or "This is what the quiet kid in the back listens to."
This is what Ada listens to.
It's pretty intense, and
Actually, this is music that not even Ada
it's a
listens
mood.
to.
True. Wait, so do you like the song, Patrick?
Oh, I like the song. Like, you need to be in the sort of headspace to just like
True.
have suppressed rage or anger, or I don't know, to like listen to it and just like, yo.
Yeah, after I saw the magazine with the Vogue magazine with Billie Eilish, I was like, she's a hypocrite. And then I just put that song on. I was like furious for the next 2
Yeah.
hours, you know.
No, but
Yeah.
it is a good song though. Like I give it a listen and instantly I enjoyed it. I'd say
Yeah.
lyrics, meh.
Lyrics get
Dude,
really dark.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. I was a very angry, like 15, 16-year-old, you know. And
Yeah, this is exactly the sort of music that an angry 15-year-old would listen to.
yeah, like I think if I heard it back then, I would love it. I'd probably put it on once a day when I wake up, when I go to sleep, you know. But not anymore. I feel like I'm not vibing with it right now.
You've matured.
Hopefully.
Bro, he's
I'd like to
matured.
think so.
He's matured
He's
so
a
much that all
boomer,
he
so
listens
of
to now
course
is
he
like Bach and Mozart.
Dude, I'm gonna bring a nice quiet song today, okay? And don't call me a boomer. I'm just trying to represent the fam, you know?
No, but it's fine. You're Danish, bro. Don't you guys move out of your house when you're 13? Get a job by 14. Buy a house by 15.
Yeah, that's literally how it goes,
Yeah.
bro.
Listen to Mozart by 16.
And then at 18, we pass out, you know? We die. That's what I'm saying. I'm not surviving till 20, dude. Fuck it.
Bro, you know what Juice WRLD said, right? We ain't making it past 21.
I feel that, bro. I feel it. I feel it too much. Man.
No, I hope not. I hope not.
No. But, Patrick, what would you rate this song that you brought for us? Out of 10. Where do you put it?
Oh. I don't know. I don't like rating songs like out of 10 or saying, oh, like that. Like, it's a good song. I like the song. You listen to it at the right time. It is amazing. And shit, that's not like my genre, so I'm
What is your genre?
very flexible. No, my genres are very flexible. Like, I like what I like. I like
yeah,
metal,
I
I
do-
like rap, I like soul, I like classical, orchestral music. It depends.
You do be that type of motherfucker to listen to classical, don't you?
No, not a lot, but it's one of those. If I like what I like, and it doesn't matter what category it falls into.
Wise words. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
It's creative.
I'm gonna give it a
7?
7. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay,
fair enough.
Fair.
Niloy, what you bring, bro?
I brought in a song by Baby Keem, bro.
Keemstar?
Keemstar?
I'm fast as dollar. Hey,
Dollar. Yo.
found a dollar in the woods. I forgot
Dollar
the song.
in
dude.
the woods. Nah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called No Sense by Baby Keem. And Baby Keem's like a rapper or artist. I don't know if he's a rapper, but let's just say he's an artist. He's from
Right.
Vegas, born and raised. And he just started making. I think he started making music a long time ago, but like he only just started gaining popularity in like 2019. And he also has a few features with big artists like Travis Scott is on one of his songs on like his album Where I Got No Sense From.
Yeah.
But the reason that I chose No Sense out of like all the other songs that I listened to was, I guess it was just the vibe at the time. I just liked it
Yeah.
because like I mean, I don't even relate to the topic, but because he is talking about, well, like he's talking about why his relationship isn't working with like this girl, and like he's just trying to irritate her a little bit to get under her skin.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't vibe with it too hard. It was like a pretty standard, decent song, you know.
Bro, I'm gonna
That's how to
call you
describe
out so bad right now because like I legit put this song on the other day when Antoine was there, and you're like, "Yo, your music taste hella nice, bro. I be vibing, bro."
Yeah, because you do have good music taste recently, but this song for
Always,
some
bro,
reason ain't hit,
always.
dude.
Nah,
And-
bro,
and
this song,
maybe-
this
I'm
song-
not going against your allegations, by the way, but you know the homie wasn't exactly sober, so most music do sound better, you know, under the
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah, true.
True,
But I mean,
but it's not bad, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you've brought better heat, but you know you can't always bring the fire. You know, you gotta calm down once in a while.
But I don't know. I just really like this song. It's something about it. But
Yeah.
he does. If you guys want to check him out, Baby Keem, he does have like other songs. You probably know him from like other songs. Like
Oh, he has other songs.
yeah, 100%.
Good for him.
But like other songs featuring like Travis Scott is like a big one.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. No, look him up. Like you'd actually genuinely like him. But
And what would you rate it though?
as for the song, I'd give it like an 8.
8.
Yeah,
I give it a 7. Like
Yeah.
decent, you know.
fair enough.
It is. It is what it is.
Patrick, even though you've never not heard it, what would you rate it?
You know what? I'm gonna put my faith in you. I'll give it a 7.
I.
I brought.
Nilo, you do have really good music taste. Like, pretty much every song you make, you recommend is good.
I make, you know.
I make. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
make
made
them
all
all.
these songs.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
I-
it has also been proven, you know, 19 to 6, Matt. Season 0. Gee.
Fuck it. Fine. You got better music, bro. But I like what I like, you know.
Yeah, true.
And maybe that is the BBC World News theme song, but like, but I like what I like, you know.
Drama Alert Nation.
Nah, that ain't it, bro.
Nah, keep starting it.
Dollar
though.
dollar. Hey, but I wanted to shout out of course, my brother's music, because how could I not? And I think this is probably the best song he's made. And my brother, well, the band is called Little Elm. It's not my brother's band, but he's in the band, so I guess my brother's band. But you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it's called the band is called Little Elm. So if you like I don't know, music from Berlin, that's kind of alternative rock type thing, very hippie vibe. Just some nice little vocals as well. Then I would for
Can
sure
you play
check it out. And the song
or
is
are you
called
gonna get
Neighbors.
DMCA'd?
No, we can't. We could, but it's, as I said, it's not my brother's band. Otherwise, you know, I would.
Gotcha.
Because like Alien Grace is just my brother's band, and that like he let us use for the intro, for example, which is really nice of him. But I don't know
Gotcha.
about Little Elm, because I think the female singer is the one who really like owns that band, or is pushing it forward. So yeah, I just recommend it. Michelle's very critical of music, and she's like a cringe detector.
Cringe detector.
Yeah, I feel like. And this one, the reason I feel like recommending it is because obviously, and my Discord crashed.
Yeah, but so
Is he God again?
yeah, I think what he wanted to say was that the reason why he's recommending it is because of the vocals or something like that. Because I actually heard it too. I actually
I'm
gave it a
back.
listen, and I actually quite vibe with it a lot. It's like very
Mm.
much my type of music. Because personally, I don't know if this is offensive to the brother or not, but like I listen to a lot of Jaden Smith as well, and I get that kind of vibe.
Dude,
How
that's
is
not
that
offensive to my
offensive?
brother.
Huh?
That's not offensive to my brother, but that's offensive to me, bro.
Yeah, but Jaden is so good, bro. Like I don't know why you have beef with him,
Dude, Jaden is not it, bro.
bro. Jaden's actually.
What's your problem
like,
with Jaden?
Because Jaden, like, the argument that Mattis brings is that his music is like fake woke.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to fight this cat because she's trying to steal my shit. Hey, but no, Jaden. I can't say too much about Jaden because I've heard like 2 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But overall, I
Like-
didn't rate it.
So don't talk trash about him if you haven't listened to his songs.
Alright, fair enough.
This
Fine,
coming
fuck.
from our lawyer, bro. Oh, I'm suing you, man.
Hey, I love Jaden. Don't sue me.
Bro,
Let's go.
Nilo, that's not how the legal system works.
But I mean, that's why. Anyways, I was saying like, this one does not seem cringe, and it seems very good. And I thought all my brother's songs were good, but obviously that's because it's my brother, and I'm gonna think that. But apparently, some of the songs were a little Still a little too experimental, you know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna expose you, bro. Like some of the songs that we have on our playlist from season 0, we be respectfully skipping a lot of them.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
But this
though.
one, I would not recommend skipping. And I think it's actually like this is he's getting into like really high quality stuff here.
No, I
at
love
this
it.
point.
I love it a lot.
Yeah, you loved it?
Yeah, because this is
Alright,
very
fair.
much the type of music that I listen to.
True. And I want to say like about the lyrics, by the way. Side note, if my brother's listening, you sneaky motherfucker. You thought you could write lyrics like that, and I wouldn't find out what you're talking about, bro. I just
Chet, what is he
This is-
complaining about how horrible his little brother is and how he wishes
No,
he
no,
was
no,
an
no,
only
no.
child?
Wait,
no,
what do you
it's
say?
not. It's not like that. But it's like very cryptic. And I was listening to one day. I was like, oh, I get it now. And I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about. And
Wait,
I'm
what?
not gonna say it on the podcast, but I'm gonna send it to my brother and be like, yeah, I just want to tell him like, yo, I figured it out, and also I feel the same way, and I also hate my neighbors fighting, you know, and for the same reason. So
Neighbors.
yeah, respectfully, dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he brought up some good points, but he was hiding it, so that's why I was like, Michelle was listening to it. I was like, oh, like a little light bulb came in my head. I was like, I figured it out.
Okay, well, guys, we've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yes, you're a busy man. We'll let you go, bro. This is the end. I feel like. Oh, we have to rate the song though.
Oh, right, my bad.
Right.
Oh yeah, 8 out of... Yo, go on.
No, go first, bro. I have to top you, obviously.
8 out of 10, my opinion.
I'll give it 9 out of 10. I
Nice.
think it's
I'll
quite
give it a
good.
10 out
Yeah,
of 10.
Let's go.
Hey, the homie Patrick supporting, bro. All right, but yeah, fair point. Nilo, do you want to bring us out?
Aye, man.
Do the outro.
I feel like this has been like a pretty long episode. Pretty nice one. We had some good conversations about the
We're
simulation.
back on track.
Back on
I
track,
feel like-
I'd say. Yeah. Talked about the simulation. Talked about Billie Eilish. Talked about how predatory and you should not be fetishizing barely legal porn.
True.
And yeah, we also talked about the vaccine, how fucked up America is. Hope
And
y'all
Europe.
enjoyed.
Dude,
And,
stop, dude.
and Europe. Bro.
You can't always blame it on America, bro.
And Europe. Yeah, that's about rounds it up. Hope you guys had a blast. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Daily Kelvin shout out if you made it, bro.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kelvin.
That's about it. Catch y'all next week.
Yes, and thank you, Patrick, for coming, bro. By the way.
Thanks for letting me come on, guys. And
Yes. All right. Peace.
Doei
ciao,
doei.
guys.
Doeg.
Standing on the shore, looking into the horizon. One by one, the waves whisper help, we're dying. Witnesses will not find the peace among the clueless. Listening to Bo, we sing the word is not something you can change.
Damn.
Wait, Patrick, are you getting the vaccine? What's going on?
No, my dad is.
Oh, shout out.
So my dad is over 61 this year, so he's eligible for the vaccine. So we had to go to a center and get him registered and prepped, and now he's getting the shot, and I'm just waiting for him because he can't speak Italian.
Oh, you should. I mean, good on you. But also, you did miss the podcast, which is like
I know. I'm sorry about that. I'm
the,
sorry.
the biggest podcast in Europe, by the way. Nonetheless.
Okay, right. Let's discuss what we're gonna do tomorrow. So, I'm good for the same time, 3 o'clock. If you guys are fine with that, I'm sorry if you had something planned or you wanted to do something today and you can't
No,
now.
no,
I'm sorry about that.
No, we're
Believe
chill.
me,
We're
I
chill,
am.
dude. No, I'm on my weekend, dude. It's fine. We got a week off uni, by the way, this week, so we should be fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
How are exams going?
We don't have exams, bro.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Hey, what's it called? Adaptive learning or some shit?
I have no clue, bro.
It's definitely no
But
exams.
also to be fair, I feel like I've learned nothing this year.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's crazy, dude.
If you guys want a couple mind fucks to talk about the simulation, there's this YouTube channel called Humania. So TRANSHUMANIA.
Yeah, I'm searching it up.
Recommend watching a couple of videos if you want to really fuck over your brain.
All right. I'll look into that. I found that.
Wait, how do you get a self-test for corona?
I'm not sure.
Dude, what are you talking about, dude? It comes in your mail and then you do it. But why are you asking these questions, dude?
How do I get one in my mail?
You order it from the GGD, no?
GGD order corona.
Yeah, but I don't think they do it here, dude. It's a UK thing strictly, I feel like.
We are going to do music of the week, and it's gonna be in between like the first half which we planned, and then the second half with you that we planned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the first half then?
That's
The
the
first half is gonna be Mattis with the vaccine, and then me with Billie Eilish, and then we're gonna have music of the week, and then second half kind of thing we're gonna have interview with you basically, and then we're gonna deep go into the simulation.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So don't feel too like how do you call it, like awkward or something, out of focus if in the first half, you don't, that's not your expertise either,
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying this format out a little bit because we want like the first half to be really listenable, and then the second half for the homies who have long attention spans and want to go a little deeper into it.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Yo, I have a 5-star rating on Uber. Let's go.
Wait, what?
Dude,
Bro, how do you have a 5-star rating?
dude, you don't even work at Uber. What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about like... No, for like when you use it.
It's like as a customer, you also get a rating. From
Really?
Like the people that either drive you or the people that give you food, they also give you a rating.
Oh, that's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, I think if you give them a higher tip, they tend to give you a 5-star rating.
Yeah,
I've
of
never
course.
tipped.
Bro, fuck you.
I
I'm
think
such a good customer. I talk to them. I socialize. If they want to socialize, if they want to be quiet, I'm quiet. And one dude gave me a 3-star rating for no reason.
That sucks.
hey,
I did nothing wrong. Just I didn't tip him. Dude, I'm sorry about today, guys.
no, it's no problem,
Nah,
bro.
no
Get that
worries, bro.
vaccine, bro. We gotta protect the family,
Yeah, true. But I was hoping it'd be done by now, but Italy, very slow.
True, bro.
Do be true, bro.
Have you guys been vaccinated yet?
No idea, dude. How I don't know who's gonna give me this vaccine. Which country? I'm gonna leave at this point, bro. You guys can keep chatting if you want. So see you guys tomorrow, yeah?
Bro,
See you, man.
Matt, what's my postal code? Do you know?
Dude, Demon Swede. There you go. Bye.